Hi everybody, my name is Aitor and today we're here once again in ESCplus. Today we have with us Greta Tude from Malta that she's trying to represent Malta at Eurovision 2024 in Malmo. Hi Greta, thank you so much for coming to our interview.
Hello, thank you for having me. So excited for this.
Yeah, welcome back to the channel. So how are you? First of all, let's introduce yourself. You're not new to the Eurovision world as you were last year taking part also in MESC, but how would you describe yourself? Tell us a little bit more about you.
Cool. So Greta Tude. I'm bubbly, I'm fun, and I'm energetic, and I'm trying to convey that during my entry for Eurovision this year. Last year was my first year at the Malta Eurovision Song Contest. I learned a lot from that year, and I decided to come back this year. I know what to expect in the competition. Although it's a different kind of journey, deep down it is the same of what you need to get Eurovision. I feel like from last year to this year, I've grown as an artist. I understand this more, and I'm back to, give it another shot.
Nice. So yeah, you were last year in the competition, even if you didn't make it to the final, your performance was iconic. So
Thank you.
what's happening now with Greta? What is she bringing to the Eurovision stage? We already know the name of the song, we already heard it, and so you performing it live in the semifinal. It's called well, you can tell us the whole story about the song and everything. But yeah, tell us a little bit more how it's the journey from Greta from last year to this year with the new song.
Of course, of course. So, as soon as the results were announced last year, from the semifinals to the finals, and I knew I didn't make it, I knew that wasn't the end of the road for me. I knew that that was just the beginning. It was my first year entering Eurovision, as I said, and Eurovision has been one of my favorite things in the world since I can remember, to be honest. But yeah, I knew that I would want to try again, and I didn't intentionally want to try for 2024, to be honest. But then an opportunity came up where I was chosen as an artist for the Malta Eurovision Song Contest Music Exchange Camp. And I went in there, I had a brief idea of what I wanted. I was combined with my team, involved of Mushu, Cyprian Kassar, and also Patrick John. And we wrote the song in the space of what, 3 hours, I would say. It just flowed beautifully, like our energies matched, and we all really bounced off each other. And when we wrote the song, we didn't just want to write a song, we wanted to envision the performance and seeing it come from just a little thought in my brain to now actually getting so close to the finals in Malta and potentially, hopefully, Malmo. It's just been an amazing journey that I am so grateful for.
Nice. That's impressive that you wrote this song in literally 3 hours. It's a banger, so that's
Thank you.
impressive. But tell us a bit more about actually the topic of the topic, the topic of
Of
the
course.
song. Tell us a bit more about the message behind topic blah blah.
Yes. So again, it started mainly after Eurovision in Malta last year. Obviously, it happens to everyone in life. You think you have really good friends. I'm not talking about anyone in specific. It's just things that happened in my personal life. And you realize as they're like either speaking about you or in front of you or behind your back. And that was always my motto. I knew that also being a drag artist, there was going to be backlash or people will not agree with it. But that's why the topic came up basically with the idea of topic because I was like, let them talk, let them say what they want. I know if you like me or not, you're talking about me. I am your topic. So we made a song of it, and now we're at the Eurovision finals. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, all those people like talking about you brought you to the final, basically, literally, like
exactly, indeed.
that made you push to the final. So congratulations for that. So
Thank you.
yeah, tell us a bit more about your inspirations. When you wrote the song, what were you thinking about? How were your like what are your inspirations when writing music?
Yes, so I knew I wanted, as an artist, although I perform different kinds of music, I know that I shine best when I'm performing, when I am dancing, when I am interacting with cameras and audiences. I know that that is my forte, basically. So I definitely wanted to include as much of that as possible. I also trained in musical theater, so that is why the song we portray a storyline within it. When you watch the music video and the live performance, you can see that there's a story going through it. because that is what I'm trained at and that is what I do best. So I wanted to have a story, have a start and an end to the story, basically. So yeah, so that is my main inspiration is that I want to convey a story and get people to be involved in it. It's not just sitting down to watch a performance. It is you're going through a story with me, basically.
Yeah, nice. And we already heard the song. It's a bop. It's such a nice song and a
Thank
vibe.
you.
And you perform it really, really catchy in the semi-final. How was performing it for the first time live? What do you feel when you were announced as one of the 12 finalists? Were you expecting that?
So yeah, performing it for the first time at the semifinals, it was at that moment, it was like an accumulation of a lot of feelings that obviously when we were writing the song, we were imagining getting there. And that was one of the first realization that, oh my God, we wrote the song and we're performing it at a Eurovision national final.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it was an amazing feeling. And I was really proud of the performance right away. I knew that I gave it my all and that is all that I can do. And the rest was in the hands of the public and the jury. And thankfully, they agreed with me that it was enough to get me through the next round. But when I was announced a finalist, obviously I believed in what we offered. I knew that we offered enough for us to get through, but I never expected it. I never go in thinking that I'm going to get through or that I'm going to win because going in with that mindset is not personally. I don't think it works for me. So I go in there and I just do my best and I just enjoy it. So when I was announced a finalist, the one thing I definitely remember is I was wearing this like choker and I tried to scream, but it internalized, so it didn't really come out. And the choker just popped from the back. So you see me walking off like this, holding it off because I just couldn't believe it. I was over the moon.
Iconic. Nice. So I guess that straight away when you were announced as the finalist, you already started thinking about the music video, the live performance, everything. So tell us a bit more, like how have been these months for you? Because we know that you are not based in Malta, so you also have like a full-time job back here in the UK, and yeah, it's a little bit hectic for you to go back and forth with all the preparations. I guess it's been difficult, but tell us what have you been up to these months?
Yes, definitely. So after the finalists were announced, I stayed in Malta for a little while and I had meetings with my team here, obviously. And we kind of agreed on the storyline that we wanted to go with. We started getting outfit ideas, started getting the dancers prepared and all of this. But at the same time, I knew I am married. I've been married for a year and 3 months now, something like that.
Yeah.
And it was obviously I got married just before the semi-finalists were announced. The quarter-finalists was for last year's Eurovision. It was just 2 days before that. So since then, I've been really back and forth. So I knew I wanted to spend Christmas and New Year with my husband in the UK. So I definitely made time for that, made time for my family. So I did go back, but I have such an amazing team working with me this year that I'm so proud of. That whenever things needed to be done, I knew they were taking care of everything. They were calling me, approving everything through me. We had a lot of meetings online. I was seeing the choreography. I was being sent videos so I can start preparing from home, vocal sessions online. My team has helped me a lot. Without my team, I don't think we would have been able to get the performance that we are going to give you in the next few weeks. So yeah, it's been hectic, but it's been a good kind of hectic, if you know what I mean. It's been a very enjoyable journey.
Yeah, nice. So tell us a bit more about what you are working on right now. So we know that the music videos are done or almost done. So that's already, you already work on that and finished. What can you tell us about the music video? And also, is the music video linked with the live performance that you're preparing to be like to do it in a couple of weeks?
Of course. So we the music video is I'm very very proud of it personally. We worked really hard on it. A lot of hours of filming, a lot of hours of editing, a lot of hours of planning before that even. But when we got the final product, we are very happy with it, and we can't wait for everyone to watch it. We're very proud of it, and live performance is loosely linked to it. It's not a direct copy, but there are elements that are basically inspired from one to another.
Nice. And yeah, if you could, for example, if you could describe your performance in 3 words, which ones would you choose?
Fun, energetic, and in the best way possible, chaotic.
Okay, in the best way possible. That's nice. Yeah, and tell us what can we expect for the live performance. How are you preparing for it? How do you feel about this year not being an audience? Because I know that you are used to performing in front of an audience. So yeah, how are you preparing physically and mentally for that?
Yes, physically, rehearsals are well underway now. We are just in the last few weeks, so everything is prepared. We're just running it and running it and running it. I believe in a thing that I don't practice till I get it right. I practice till I can't get it wrong. So I keep practicing until I know that my team is satisfied with everything. But at the same time, obviously there is no live audience, as you mentioned this year, which the live audience gives you that rush sometimes that you need. But I believe that PBS and MESC, they know exactly the recipe that they want to use for this year's Eurovision, and I trust in them. So if they see that this is the best way to choose their entrant for Eurovision for Malta, I trust in them, and I will go with it. At the end of the day, I'm in this competition to represent my country, and if the broadcaster want to do it this way, I will play to the rules and will just deliver the same exact performance, audience or not.
Yeah, I mean, in this way, at least you can, like work more on like the visuals and the actual performance.
Exactly.
So it's ready for Eurovision if you happen to go to Malmo. Yeah, and tell us about your team. You say that, of course, like you wrote the song with Mushu, which is already not known, not new to the Eurovision world. So he's been writing songs for Junior Eurovision and Adult Eurovision for a long time. So for the musical part, you are backed up. But what about your scenographer or like your dancers? Who is your team and how many people are we gonna see you with on the stage on the 3rd of February?
Yes, without leaking too many details, I'm gonna have dancers with me on stage, and we're gonna have a lovely team. It's going to be bombastic. It's going to be big. I'm working with Southwell Company dancers here in Malta. They're well known in Malta for what they do. I've seen their work many times before. I approached them, and they were really happy to work with me. So we managed to create this amazing bond between us. And we work together seamlessly. We both understand each other really, really well, and I am very, very happy to work with Southwell.
Nice. So it looks like a power team together.
Yeah.
Like, and tell us now a little bit more ahead. Imagine that you end up winning MESC. First of all, what would you be? What would it be your reaction? What would it mean for you to represent Malta? And also, it will be the first drag show or like a drag act representing, yeah, Malta for sure, and for a very long time at Eurovision. So tell us how would you feel? And also, if you are ready for that, and if your team is also ready for it.
Yes. So I don't take being the first Maltese drag queen at Eurovision lightly at all. I think it's a big responsibility to take on. I uh, I touched base on it last year, but I really thought about it after the contest. And basically, when I was younger, there was never someone on TV that was doing what I want to do in Malta, and I feel like I can be that like little beacon of light for that little boy or little girl that wants to perform in drag one day in their life, and they're like, oh wait, this this is okay, this is normal, there's something to do. So I kind of want to be that little shelter for them. So I don't take it lightly at all. It is a very powerful stance to do, and I think I've gone through enough in my life that make me strong enough to be that person. But yeah, mentally preparing for obviously every possible outcome. Obviously, we are working towards being in Sweden. We are working towards being in Malmo. And yeah, I am not just mentally preparing for MESC. I am preparing for Eurovision because you know what it's like when the winners announced in February. You literally blink and it's Eurovision week right away. So you got to start preparing from early on. Obviously, as I said, I don't go in there no like expecting to win or anything like that. But I will mentally be preparing for the best outcome, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, of course. And would you take the same staging and the same performance to Malmo, or would you tweak it anything for your performance from your performance?
So I really believe in the performance that we're about to offer. I really believe in it. I think it's a very strong contender. But at the same time, obviously, if I do win and I'm representing Malta, I do know that I'll be working closely with CBS. Ideally, I would love to keep it how it is, but obviously, I will take on board any criticism, anything they want to change from it. I know that I am there to represent not just myself, I'm there to represent my country. And if the broadcaster believes that some things need to be changed, obviously discussions will be had between the artist and the broadcaster. And I'm pretty sure that we will come out with the best outcome.
Nice. And final question. Let's talk about Eurovision. I know that you are a very Eurovision fan, so I probably know the answers for these questions. But what's your favorite song from Malta and also outside Malta that you really remember in the back of your mind?
Yeah, so for a Maltese Eurovision entrant, my personal favorite and some I think it's a little bit underrated is Taboo by Christabel.
Yeah.
I think it is an incredible song. It's very powerful. The meaning of the words, the lyrics, it's quite a strong song, and I believe Christabel gave an amazing performance, very memorable, and I really backed her. And I just think it's an incredible song.
Nice. And from other countries, which is the one song that really stuck in your mind, or that you really like performing or like listening to?
Yeah, so that's quite hard, obviously, like there's so many Eurovision songs, as you know. But I think a song that's really changed, and I know it's a little bit cliche, but it's really changed the direction of Eurovision. I think when Loreen performed Euphoria for the first time, it's really changed the direction of Eurovision. I see it as artists from the years after, we're all trying to convey what Loreen conveyed on that stage. And I believe that she really her team season, they really up-leveled the contest so much. And sometimes when I listen to it, it still gives me goosebumps, gives me the chills. It just makes me remember that performance. It was magical to watch.
Yeah, it was iconic and a memorable one. And final question, how do you feel about this year's competition from Malta? Because it's a tough one, like it's a very tough competition this year. Already making it to the final is very impressive, so congratulations for that. But how do you feel about competing against such a big names in Malta, such as Matt Black or Ryan Healy, for example?
Yeah, so it is a very strong competition this year. I agree with you. I think there's really really good 12 songs competing for that title. But again, as I said, I really believe in the package we're offering. I really believe in the performance that we have, and people, like all the artists, we're all friends. Like we speak to each other daily. We get on between us. There's not really a competition. Obviously, we all want that title. We all want to represent Malta at Eurovision, but there's never really like competition as such between us. We cheer each other on. So yeah, it's been an amazing journey so far. They're all my good friends, and I can't wait for the next few weeks. We're going to be seeing more of each other basically now.
Yeah, yeah. Literally, like in the next few weeks, we will be the whole time together, all of you. So
Exactly.
that's fun. And if you have to choose one of the songs from all the 12, apart from yours, which one will be? Which is your favorite song from all the 11 songs? The rest of the songs?
Oh, that's quite hard. There are a few that definitely stick to my brain that I think could do really well at Eurovision. I believe that most of them could do really well at Eurovision, but there are, I would say, Banana is it's a song quite with a, kind of same vibe as Topic in a way that we can convey that side of Eurovision. I know Hayley's a very strong ballad song that could do really well at Eurovision as well. I believe all 12 of us have something to offer and to enhance Eurovision and make Malta's chances even better. So yeah, basically I'm happy with anyone representing Malta. Hopefully it'll be Greta Tude though.
Yes, literally. Okay, so thank you so much, Greta, for your time and for this interview. And before we leave you with more promo and interviews and rehearsals, please, if you could send a message to the followers, your followers watching this at ESCplus, that would be amazing. Thank you so much, and best of luck for the Saturday, 3rd of February.
Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone here at ESCplus. Thank you to all the Eurovision fandom. I as a Eurovision fan myself, I really, really, really feel the love, and I really feel you guys supporting me. So thank you so, so much. And yeah, I hope that we'll see you on the 3rd of February in the final. And I really, really hope that I see you guys in Malmö in Sweden in May.
Yeah, I'm rooting for you. Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you so much.
Bye.